Hello and welcome to Top Gear India. Today we're here at Simran Motors in Kharghar to check out the all-new Maruti Suzuki Jimny. Well, now the Jimny has been around globally from the 1970s, but now it's finally made its way back to India. This one here comes equipped with a familiar K15B 1.5 litre engine that produces about 104 bhp of power and 130 Newton meters of torque. So let's just take a quick look around at what's all the hype about the Jimny and if it actually lives up to the hype. So for starters, let's start with the front over here. Now, I expected the Jimny to look a lot bigger in person, but it actually looks a lot compact, a lot more friendlier, so to say, not as intimidating. You get LED headlamps. Now, you've got two trim levels. You've got a Zeta and you've got an Alpha. So you miss out on a few things with the Zeta trim, but you get the same powertrain, the same drivetrain, everything. So you don't get the LED headlamps, but on this one, like you see, you get the LED projectors. Now, you've got a headlamp washer over here, you've got your indicator. I think it looks, the Jimny honestly looks a bit, well, it looks cute. It looks approachable, and I think it looks quite attractive, and I think both genders might like it. I've already had so many inquiries about it, so yeah. Now, the Jimny doesn't have the same sort of like bulk that you would imagine from the Thar or from the Gurkha, because like I said, its dimensions are a bit more compact than those ones. In fact, while those vehicles come with larger wheel sizes, the Jimny is a bit more humble with 15-inch wheels, which should give it better off-road capability, I suppose, a better ride quality. But yeah, it's all to be said. So if you come along the side over here, now the Jimny that we're used to seeing globally is the 3-door one. The one that we have here coming to India is the 5-door Jimny. So the added door, I don't think it disturbs the proportions. I think it looks quite well proportioned, and from the side, it looks a bit G-Wagon-ish, if you ask me. I mean, I know the Gurkha is supposed to be the G-Wagon of India, but I think this still has that appeal, and it can definitely go for it. So now, without any further ado, let me just take you inside the car and talk a bit more on the inside before I come back to the rear. Alright, so if you come over here, now, again, you've got manually adjustable seats over here, which is okay. So now the Jimny, just like most Marutis, has really comfortable seats, at least from what I can tell so far. And you've got a pretty clear view outside, and thanks to its boxy dimensions, most of your viewing angles from the front, the back, the side are pretty good. There's in fact a lot of window space, a lot of light coming in, and this makes the cabin, despite it being completely black in here, it makes it feel pretty spacious. Again, the interior takes a very minimal, simple approach, even though you have a lot of buttons over here. It's quite simply laid out and quite easy to understand and get accommodated to. So now over here, this one over here is the automatic. So you've got the automatic gearbox, you've got the low ratio gear over here, you've got a handbrake, you've got a mirror controls over here, and everything else is pretty simply laid out. So it shouldn't take a lot of fuss for you to get accommodated with the Jimny. Now, as you can tell, there is more than sufficient headroom. Like, there's more headroom than I could have ever imagined what to do with. And in the back too, it looks surprisingly spacious. Let me just step into the back and show you. So now in the back seat of the Jimny, as you can tell, you got no extra creature comforts, there's no armrest, but then again, this is not that kind of car. This is the kind of car you take off-road. So for that, I think I have more than decent amount of knee room over here. I have more than decent amount of headroom that I wouldn't even know what to do with. You've got little lights in the back over here, but yeah, there's no sunroof, there is no armrest per se. There's no window shades, and you have to remember that this is not the kind of car that puts the family first. It's the kind of car that puts capabilities first. It also happens to be practical at the same time. So if you're used to looking at most road cars, don't come in expecting something that you may have seen in the Grand Vitara. That's a car focuses on different aspects. This car focuses a lot more on its capabilities, and when you drive and live with this car the way it's meant to be lived in, it can be very rewarding. So again, in terms of entertainment, you don't get a lot. You get 4 speakers, that's about it. But I'm guessing most owners are not going to stick to 4 speakers. So getting in and out of the Jimny is not that hard. Now, boot capacity, you've got about 200 liters of boot capacity, and with the seats down, you've got about 350 liters of capacity. Now, this is more than sufficient. You've got a spare wheel over here, and yeah, as you can tell, this is enough luggage for you and a small family perhaps. I wouldn't say that this has the space for long road trips for all 4 people, but if you're just 2 people, then yeah, you've got enough storage space. For 4 people, not so much, but then again, you can also maybe perhaps use the roof rails to mount some luggage on top, or sacrifice some passengers, I guess. Now, all in all, we're yet to drive the all-new Jimny, but from first glance, the Jimny seems quite promising. It's not got the the biggest dimensions, it's not got the biggest power figures, but what it may have is reliability and simplicity, which is something that I think most off-roaders need to have. Because off-road is not always about being overly complex, it's also about being very approachable and just something that everyone can just start into, right? So prices are not to be announced, but knowing Maruti, if they price it as aggressively as they normally do, then this could be real tough competition for the Thar and the Gurkha. So now a couple of little tidbits about the Jimny on the inside. You get, so in the Alpha trim over here, which is the top end model, you get push button start, keyless entry. Let's talk about the off-road prowess of the Jimny. The Jimny has a 50-degree departure angle. It's got 24 degrees of ramp breakover angle, and it's got 36 degrees of approach angle. The ground clearance is about 210 millimeters, so more than sufficient for most of you off-roaders out there. Oh, additionally, this also gets hill hold assist, hill descent assist. So now to help you off-road, this vehicle comes with a limited slip differential, but a brake assisted limited slip differential. So unlike the mechanical unit you're used to seeing on the Gurkha, this one uses its electronics. So if you're going off-road and say two of your wheels don't have traction, it will apply the brakes on those wheels and allow the wheels that do have traction to pull the rest of the car out. So not mechanical, but I think this is not the kind of car you take for extreme off-road. It's the kind of car I can imagine you can go rock crawling, you can take most trails, most average trails around India and most of our broken roads. But I wouldn't exactly say that this is a proper off-roader, like, you know, the kind, this is no Jeep Wrangler. But then again, it doesn't cost as much as Jeep Wrangler, it costs less than half the price. So for that, it seems quite capable. But all in all, yeah, the Jimny is quite exciting. On first glance, it actually looks a lot more vibrant in person than I expected. You also get 5 colors, if I'm not mistaken. You get the yellow that you see over here, you get a blue, you get a red, which also you can get a dual tone option. You get a gray and you get a black and a white. Let's not forget a white. So yeah, all in all, I think that it was cool that Maruti launched the Jimny with a lot of vibrant colors. It's sad that most manufacturers normally go for grays and shades of that. It was nice to see Maruti actually launch colors. And yeah, prices are yet to be announced for the all-new Jimny. So if you want to come and have a look at the Jimny, you can come here. We're at Simran Motors in Kharghar in Navi Mumbai. So you can come here and just have a look at the car if you want. For now, what we have to look forward to is the Fronx. The Fronx is the one that will be launching first, followed by the Jimny. So yeah, exciting. I guess we just have to patiently wait. All you Jimny fanboys, just hold on a bit longer.